Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. But before we get into baseball, happy Mother's Day to all of your mothers out there as well as my mother. You know, before we get into baseball, obviously family, other things are bigger than baseball. So if you got to spend time with your mother today, tell her you loved her. That's obviously incredibly important, and I hope you were able to do that. So happy Mother's Day. But now let's get into baseball. And we struggled today. This, in my opinion, is probably the worst game we have played this year. We have had some bad games, and then we've had games like this. I think there's a difference in losing 11-0 against Houston, even if we would have lost 11-10, 0, whatever. Some great number to 0 to Detroit is better than losing 5-3. So there you go. The Twins lost 5-3 today, and that's because we left 11 guys on base. Let's go to the box score really quickly. 5 runs on 8 hits for the Tigers, 3 runs on 10 hits for the Twins. So talk about a lack of productivity. Talk about leaving guys on base. 11 guys were left on base 2 times with the bases loaded, and in clutch moments with second and third left on base. That is just fairly unacceptable. And that's why I gotta say, this is probably one of our worst games that we have played this season. You just can't be doing that at the major league level. But you know what else you can't be doing? Is only getting hits with 2 outs. I mean, I don't know how many times we had 2-out hits today. I guess I can't really see this, but it was incredible. I mean, talk about... I don't know. It doesn't say. But literally every single hit was almost with 2 outs. And while we were super good at that at the beginning of the year, you cannot keep that kind of stress on your team for the entire season. You know, we're only in May. Maybe it was just a bump in the road. They'll get back to it. But to leave your bases loaded twice with 2 outs, you can't work with that. There is no room for error, right? You can't even have a sacrifice fly. So, I mean, that's a problem. Another problem, but you can't really control, is when you hit 20 of your 27 outs line drives right to somebody. And that's unfortunate. That happens sometimes. But it's a problem that, hopefully they can fix, going into hopefully a tougher opponent with the Angels. So you kind of got to give and take that, but let's talk about pitching today. I'm going to get more into this in the series preview, which will come out either tonight or tomorrow. Perez pitched today. So Perez is now 5-1. He got the loss, obviously. Norris is 2-1, and Green got the save. It's the 15th of the year. I did not think Perez was going to pitch today. He was on the paternity leave yesterday. He just had a son. But Barrios was scheduled to pitch today. Then with a doubleheader, him being out on paternity leave, they switched things up. Stewart and Pineda pitched yesterday. And Perez was supposed to pitch last night. I feel like it was just a lot to do with it being a doubleheader. There was a rookie on the mound for Detroit. Really switched a lot of things up. But I thought Barrios was supposed to start today. I would have rather seen Barrios pitch today and then get Gibson, Odorizzi, and Perez against the Angels. But no, they decided to switch it, and I fully thought that Perez would just get his turn skipped. Maybe he'd throw 100 pitches in the bullpen or something, keep him good, instead of just plugging him right back in to where he started. Like I said, I'll talk about that more tomorrow, but he went 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, 2 home runs. They both came in the first 2 innings. He walked the first batter of the game, and if you don't know the statistics on that, when you walk or give up a hit, when you let the guy on base, the leadoff guy in the inning, they score 80% of the time. And then when you score first, you win 66% of the time. So Detroit did both of those things today. Perez walked the first batter, and then he gave up a hanging curveball. Detroit scored first, and then they got one more in the second, led 3-0 until the 7th when they added 2 more. We came back with 3, but couldn't do anything else. That's how you got 5-3. Like I said, I didn't think Perez was going to pitch today. I don't know if it was Mother's Day, if he was nervous, if he just had a bad start, if they read the scouting report. I mean, he went in, and they started teeing off on it. Then he started going outside, and then he came back inside. He really threw off the scouting report a little bit. I think it worked a little better. So, you know what I'm saying is Detroit looked at Perez, and they knew what he was going to throw. So, once he got through those 2 innings, he came back, did fine, and then in the 6th inning, after Castellanos hit a ball, it went off of his foot. He ended up coming out of the game. Now, granted, he was at 93 pitches already. It looked like he was fine, but there was no reason to keep him out there. So I think he'll be okay, but that's really unfortunate when he was pitching so well and then has to get taken out of the game and couldn't finish his 6 innings that he was projected to probably go. Then May came in, did really well, got a strikeout, gave up a hit, but no damage. And Hildenberger comes in the 7th. So in the last 5 starts appearances for him, he has given up 2 runs in every single time, every single inning he has come in. In his inning or less, he has given up 2 runs. Detroit, Houston, the Yankees. That's unacceptable. Honestly, I don't know why he was out there. He pitched yesterday. We had so many other guys. Rogers. When the last time Rogers came in to pitch? He didn't pitch at all in the Detroit series. Parker didn't pitch at all in the Detroit series. Why did Hildenberger come in first? He struggled yesterday. They gave him another chance. He struggled again today. 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 strikeout in his inning of work. Parker went 2 innings, only struck out 1, but no runners allowed. He hit a guy, but he got out of it with a double play. That's unacceptable for Baldelli and the pitching staff to put Hildenberger out there. He blew the game again today. Like I said, we scored 3 runs in the 7th inning. We gave up 2 runs in the 7th inning. Why? Why did he go back out there? That's absolutely unacceptable. I don't know what to think. It was 3-0. And there's a difference, again, between Pineda's 3-0, Stewart's 3-0. Actually, we had scored in Stewart's game. Disregard that. And then this 3-0 game. Why, when some guy's struggling, some guy's pitching really well, you put in Hildenberger? Let me know what you guys think about that. And then this lineup, like I said, this is like one of the worst games I've seen all year. I don't know what this lineup was. Astudillo came back for Mother's Day. He was reinstated. Ugh, there we go. Off of the injured list. I don't know if I like him at the leadoff spot. He's not Garver. He swings at everything. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but for the leadoff spot, really, I'm not a big fan of that. I know Kepler swings at everything too. Still not a big fan of him leading off. Polanco struggled. I don't get what this lineup was. You had Astudillo, Polanco, Cruz, Gonzalez in the 4 spot, Crone, Kepler in the 6, Andrianza playing for his 3rd straight game, Cave in left, and then Buxton in center. Andrianza's played in the last 3 games. He did well today, but why? Why is he playing in every game? Dude, these guys need a day off every other day. They got a day off on Thursday, then they come back for a 4-game set against Detroit. I get that yesterday was a doubleheader, but why? Why do they need a day off every single day, every other day? That's not good baseball. That is not consistency, and there's no reason for, Rosario being a lefty against a lefty starter. Okay, that makes sense. But for Scope to sit on the bench, why? Did he really have bad numbers against these guys? That's my only thing that I can think of, is these guys had bad numbers against these guys, against Norris. But, you have Kepler in there. You've got Andrianza in there. Andrianza hit a home run today, so I guess I can't blame him too much. He's been more consistent in the times that he's played. But so think about that for the everyday starters that you're paying lots of money for. Why are they sitting every second day when Andrianza is a bench player and he comes in, gets 3 consecutive games, and hits a home run? That's what I'm saying. And then you put Gonzalez in the 4 spot, who has hit 3 home runs this year, when Crone has hit 9, Cruz has hit 7, Kepler has hit 8. Why? I like Gonzalez in the 2. Why did you have to move him? Polanco could have been the leadoff hitter. He's been the leadoff hitter before. He got a hit in that game. Do you see my frustration here? So Astudillo went 1 for 5. Got a big double. Left bases loaded. That was really unfortunate. Polanco, he really struggled, went 0 for 5. Astudillo left 6 guys on base. That's not good. Cruz struck out twice, 0 for 3. He got pulled with a wrist injury. Didn't know that happened, but he got yanked. For Garver, Rosario was announced as the pinch hitter. They brought in a lefty. Then Garver came in. I wrote this down. Nope, I did not. Just kidding. He almost hit a home run. That was really close. That would have been insane. But then he walked and got out on a strikeout. That was a really bad call. That was not a strike. That really screwed us in the game. Then Gonzalez went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Good for him. Cron went 0 for 5. I don't know why he was in the 5 spot. I think he would have done better in the 4 or the 3, especially because he's been hitting the ball so well lately. Kepler went 0 for 4. Andrianza went 2 for 3 with a home run. Cave went 2 for 4. Good night for him, even though, it was a lefty-lefty. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why, you have these guys that are lefty-lefty matchups not playing. Doesn't make sense to me. And then Buxton went 3 for 3 with an RBI and a run. I think he should be leading off still, but I wrote a couple things down. I know this is going to be just a tad of a longer video. Hildenberger sucks. It's a weird lineup. Cron missed a pitch. So, okay, this is what I wrote down. Why are we late on fastballs? Jimenez throws 94 to 95 consistently. He gave Cave, 6 fastballs? Granted, he took a big swing on one of them. He missed 2 others that were right down the strike zone. Why are we late on fastballs? Cruz missed a fastball. Kepler pops a fastball up every time. Astudillo missed a fastball. These are professional league hitters missing 92 to 95 mile-an-hour fastballs. They see those very consistently, and I think that's just, obviously it happens. It's a bad day, but that's just almost unacceptable at this league, especially. I just don't know. They miss 94 mile-an-hour fastballs right down the middle. Not saying I could hit it, but I'm just saying when they're major league hitters, and that's what they're. Aren't you supposed to sit fastball? That's what I'm getting at. Is all these guys seem to be late on the fastball, and that's what they should be going up there trying to hit. When I was playing, I was up there looking for a fastball, and then when you see the slider, okay, you plant your foot down, get your swing going, but you get your foot down early and you wait on it. All these guys are late on fastballs with the bases loaded, with 2 guys in scoring position, and they pop it straight up or strike out because they just, I don't know if they're just not expecting it or what. That's my gripe for today, is that we're late on everything, and half of it is probably being aggressive, and then you get behind in the count, and now you're expecting curveballs, and then they go with the fastball. I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know on some insight on that, but that's why I think it was one of our worst games today. We're late on everything. We couldn't score, guys. 11 guys left on base is too many. Not being productive. Pitching fell apart. Everything went bad for us today. I tell you what. And, I was excited. The bases were loaded. We had a chance to come back, and we just didn't. And I didn't think we were going to come back, not wanting to be negative, but that's just tough. That's just tough. And you're going to have those games. Don't get me wrong. You're going to have those games. It's how you bounce back. But that's really frustrating for me. And I'm sure it's frustrating for them too. Obviously, they're the guys playing the game. So hopefully they can figure it out and go back and look at some film and be like, hey, look at that fastball. Be on that fastball. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I love listening to your opinions as well down in the comments below. So that's all I got for you today. Like I said, a little bit longer of a video. I apologize. Let me know if you watched the whole thing. But we'll get them tomorrow against the Angels. It's going to be a tough team. Angels aren't bad, but we're a good team, and we're good after losses, and we can bounce back. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, let me know you're here. And if you like what I'm doing, if you like the Twins, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And let me know what you guys are thinking down below, because I want to hear your opinion. So that's all I got today. We'll see you later. Peace out.